Hey guys. Oh, where's my light? Let me get my light together. Okay, I don't like that light. I don't like that light. I don't like that one. There we go. Okay, let me focus. Focus. So anyway, guys, hi. I'm here with another video. When I was watching this, I was totally disgusted. I was cringing. I was getting very upset. Okay. So this is a trigger warning video. Trigger warning for real. It may upset you. It's going to disgust you. It will upset you. You know, may in it. It's going to upset you. But let's try to get through it. But I'm going to show you one of the worst mothers. One of the worst mothers that's walking this, well, she's in jail now, but one of the worst mothers who is walking this earth. And there's no excuse for this at all. Like, it's just none. So we're going to get into it, okay? We're going to get into this one. All right, I'm going to skip. I'm not going to do the whole 2 hours. I'm going to skip through the meat and potatoes when needed. So let's go. Here we go. Sorry, y'all. I'm coming. This is where I'm going to fast forward a little bit. Because we ain't got time to sit here and watch it. We're going to get to it. Here we go. Math. Just a little. All right. Yeah, cry.
Okay.
I didn't fast forwarded enough, guys. Oh, Lord. Okay. Here's somebody coming.
Let's talk about it. And the talk about it's up in your direction. Okay.
Nice.
You guys just have friends and cake. Okay. How do you, sound like it's hard, huh? Okay. Choose your baby.
I can't imagine my mother without her. Now I have to.
Why'd you name her Victoria?
Because I always said if I had a girl, I'd name her Victoria.
Okay. And she was 10, just turned 10? Yeah. What were some of her favorite things to do?
Color, math.
Math.
Gymnastics.
Gymnastics. Okay. What did she do, like tumbling in gymnastics? Okay. Wow. You're gonna miss her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just worried about my son.
Well, and I want you to be able to be there for your son. Okay.
I'm worried about my life now too.
Well, can you kind of tell me why you're worried?
Because now I'm afraid they're gonna come back and kill me. I don't even want to stay home now.
Okay.
I want to get out of there.
Here's the thing. They can't come back and kill you as long as you're honest and allow us to do our job. Okay? Makes sense? So, when we left before, we were talking about how, and you said around 4 or 5, that you noticed that there was the meth on the table, right? And then what time, kind of explain to me that again, what time did Victoria come home, and when did you notice the meth was gone?
She gets home about 4:30 because the bus gets there about 4. So
Okay.
she went to her friend's house because she didn't see me at the bus stop.
Okay.
And her friend sent her back to the house around 4:30, 4:45, around there. And that's about the time that me and Fabian, we got back at about 4:50, 5 o'clock, around there.
And where were you and Fabian at?
We went to his uncle's.
Okay. Okay.
And we came back and that's when I saw the bag on the table.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. Take your time.
And I went to use the restroom.
Mm-hmm.
And I came back and it was gone. And
Okay.
Victoria was the only one in the living room. So then she said she started feeling tired, so she was gonna go to bed.
Okay.
So she went in there.
She went into her room. Okay.
And never came back out.
Okay. What happened next? Did you go check on it?
I always check on her. When I checked on her, she seemed to be breathing. Because I checked, I always look at her stomach to see if it's going up and down. And that was the last time that I checked on her.
Okay. And what happened next?
So then
Okay.
Fabian said he was going to go check on her for me. So he went to go check on her. And that was the time she wasn't breathing. And that's when he told me, she's not breathing.
And what did you do?
I got up and what do you mean she's not breathing? And then I looked on the table and put the notice the bag was gone. I was like, did she get a hold of that? And they're like, she might have.
Okay.
I was like, what was the only thing there?
And where was the bag at?
On the living room table.
Okay.
On the coffee table.
And did you ever see it after it went missing?
No.
No. Okay. Okay.
Oh my Lord, I just realized the daggone mute was on when I was talking. Y'all, I'm gonna get better at this. Just bear with me. Like, I'm gonna leave the mute on. I just try to cut it off so you don't hear background noise and stuff, but I'm gonna have to leave it on. What I was saying was you're gonna find out what they did to her and how horrific it was. Okay?
So then Jessica went to get the bag. And I asked her where she's going with that.
Okay.
Oh yeah, if you missed it, she thinks that her daughter got a hold of the meth that was in the house. Meth, guys.
She said we're gonna dispose of the body.
So let's back up just a little bit, okay? Because you're skipping around. So Fabian tells you she's not breathing. Did you go check on her?
I did.
Okay. And tell me about that. What did you see?
Just her laying there.
Okay.
There you go.
I didn't know what to do. I didn't want to call the cops.
Oh,
Because
her legs off.
then they probably would have stopped me from trying to do that.
Okay.
I didn't know what to do.
There's another reason that you didn't call the police, though, isn't there? Why didn't you call police?
Because there was drugs in the house.
Okay.
And I didn't want them to think it was mine because it's not.
Okay, and I understand, that I understand, okay? I mean, there's drugs in the house, you don't wanna get in trouble. Okay, so you check on your daughter. And what do you find? It's okay.
Oh,
She wasn't breathing when I went there.
Okay, was she dead?
She was.
I'm so sorry. I know that this is not your fault.
yes, it is. But you
I
know,
feel like it is.
It's not.
That's how they want me to feel.
That is how they want you to feel. They want you to feel like you did this and it's your fault, but it's not.
Did anybody go in the room in between when you checked on her and when the first time and the second time?
I'm not sure because I went to use the bathroom.
Okay.
Can I clarify something with your times a little bit? When did you and Fabian go to his brother's house to buy some weed? When was that? Was that before this or after?
It was before this
Okay.
because I wasn't home. I wasn't home to get Victoria at the bus stop. And then that's what made her go to her friend's house.
Okay.
And then her friend sent her back to the house when Jessica was there.
So
So I don't know what went on when I wasn't there.
do you remember when you and Fabian were back in the parking lot? When you guys got back to
Me
the
and him
parking
was
lot?
sitting in the car.
Okay. And you guys, what were you doing?
We were listening to the music.
Okay. So what did you see with Jessica? What happened with Jessica?
She was coming down the stairs with my daughter in a blanket.
Why was that?
I don't know.
You do know.
So
Let's back up.
I'm just trying to get the times right because it's kind of getting a little confusing. Do you know what I mean?
So let's back.
yeah, she's coming down the steps with her dead, dismembered body wrapped in a blanket. You'll see. This poor little girl, she suffered for a long time, y'all.
Back up to where you find her and she's dead on the bed. Okay? What happens from there? There's a conversation between you and Fabian and Jessica. What is that conversation?
He said if I tell anybody that I'm gonna be the next one,
Okay.
they threatened me.
And what did you guys decide to do with your daughter? With Victoria? Your baby girl. This is your 10-year-old baby girl, Victoria. What did you guys decide to do?
Excuse me, heard that.
They put me in the bathtub.
Okay. What happened then? Because you were there and you saw and you watched. Am I right? Yeah. Okay. So what was the discussion about what was going to be done with Victoria?
I don't remember the discussion.
But you knew what was gonna happen.
I knew they were gonna get rid of it, but I didn't know. I forgot this discussion.
You forgot the discussion.
I don't remember it.
Okay. What happened? What happened next? What happened?
If she don't start talking, it's all good. I'm about to fast forward a little bit. As soon as I find where I need to fast forward. Zena, I'm not talking to you, honey. I'm talking to my phone.
They said that if I say anything, they just kept threatening me.
Okay.
That if I say anything, I'm gonna be the next one. Or I better not fall asleep. So then I just left.
So you left?
There's nothing else I could do. I didn't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
You're missing a whole bunch of time in there. Whole bunch of time. Okay. So from the time you find your daughter and she's dead, Victoria is dead in her room. Am I right? And then you leave. What happened in between that time?
Okay.
I know it's hard.
I think before that was the time I took a stab at her in the stomach.
Okay.
And then with the pillow over it.
So explain the whole pillow over her head. What was that for?
Because it's gripped to hold her hands.
So was she already
Because she
dead?
was already.
Oh, okay. So you see her and can you kind of explain to me, she's holding her hands?
And Jessica's holding her hands. And Fabian.
Okay, let me just speed you up a little bit. I mean, it's hard to skip through because it's a lot of detail, but so to summarize it, they dismembered her, they essayed her, the mother is sick. She's going to get into detail what they did, and it's horrifying. Try to stay tuned with me. I mean, you can always replay it, listen to it later, whatever, do half now, half later, whatever you want to do, but this happened a couple years ago, I believe a couple years ago, or I don't know how it showed up on my feed, but it did. And I listened to it and I couldn't stop watching. So I know it's a little, you can barely hear. Turn your TV up. But I've heard a lot of stories, a lot. I mean, a lot, hundreds. And shoot. This one is they're all disgusting, but it's just something about this one that just really hurts my soul. That a parent can sit there and do what she did. It's sick. So let's please continue watching with me. You'll see.
It was hard.
So they were cutting her arms off in the bedroom.
And then they put it in the bathtub.
Okay. When did they start cutting her leg off?
After they woke me up.
After what?
After her birth. capture her.
Okay. So what you're saying is Jessica was holding her arms and Fabian was cutting? Okay. So Fabian had the knife at that point? Okay. But you said that Jessica stabbed her in the stomach? Okay. Why?
It's like they were taking turns at her.
Okay. And when you saw this, you didn't call 911 because you were afraid that the cops were gonna know that there were drugs in the house?
And that they were gonna kill me right there on the spot.
Okay.
Or else I would have.
So at what time does Jessica carry your daughter down the stairs? Is this before or after they cut her up?
After.
So she was already cut up?
No, that's when they put her in the bathtub. It was before. Before they cut her, because then they put her other pieces in the bathtub.
So she carried her downstairs to you guys when you guys were in the car before they cut her up?
Mm-hmm.
And so she was basically asking, are you guys ready to do this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So then, just so we're clear, you knew that Victoria was dead, right? And then you and Fabian left for a little bit to go to his brother's house? Is that correct? I'm just.
It's when I came back.
When you came back? But we have people saying that you and Fabian were sitting in the car when Jessica was on the stairs holding Victoria in a blanket.
That's how I knew.
That's how you knew she was dead? Okay, so then let me back up. Victoria told you she was sleepy and was gonna go to bed, right? You checked on her a little bit after that, you said she was breathing, right? And then you and Fabian left to go get marijuana from his brother? And I don't care about the marijuana,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure.
Yeah.
Then you guys left. Then when you came back, Jessica was holding Victoria, right?
Yes.
That's when you went up and that's when you knew for sure she was dead?
Yes.
And what did Jessica tell you about how she died?
She told me she didn't know.
But you said earlier she killed her. How did she kill her?
Victoria took the breath that was on the table, and then Jessica stabbed her in the stomach. In her bedroom.
So I guess I'm a little confused, and I think I see what you're talking about, because it's either your daughter went into the room and she died and you left, or it's your daughter took meth, went into the room, you guys left, came back and found her dead. Which one is it?
For the second.
So you were gone.
Yes.
You weren't even there when she was dying. Okay. And so you come back and you guys make this plan like, great, now we're gonna get in trouble, so we gotta get rid of the body. Am I right?
Yeah, but I didn't want to have no part in it.
Okay.
It's not my fault.
But this is your
You're not.
daughter.
I know.
This is Victoria. This is your baby.
Trust me, y'all. She lying.
How did Victoria die? Do you know?
She tasted the breath that was on the table.
Okay, so because you said something a minute ago, you said that Jessica stabbed her?
And it was after she was already dead.
Okay.
So you know that she took the meth and that's what killed her.
They gave her the meth, y'all. They gave her the meth, okay? They gave it to her. I'm just going to fast forward a little bit more. I'm going to fast forward a little bit, just a tad bit, because we're going to miss something. I just hate fast forwarding now, but decisions, just a tad bit, just like, but you're going to miss the details. So I'm sorry, I can't. You got to hear the details. This woman is freaking sick.
So you guys or you watched, but Jessica and Fabian cut your daughter up, Victoria. They cut her arms off, they cut her leg off, they cut her from here to here, Victoria. They cut her. And you watch, right?
I couldn't. After I saw that she was starting to cut her arm, I left.
What do you mean you left?
I went outside.
Okay. So explain to me what happened after that. You guys started cleaning up?
And they started cleaning up.
What did you do?
I went in the kitchen,
What'd you do in the
getting
kitchen?
ready to make dinner, making the tacos.
Oh,
And then Fabian took over after he was finished.
So after you guys cut the arms off of Victoria, cut her leg off, and wrapped her up in a blanket and put her in the bathtub, right? Then you went and made dinner. And what did Jessica and Fabian do?
And I feel like nothing ever happened.
Okay. Were they cleaning up?
And Jessica was
Jessica was she cleaning up where? What part of the house was she cleaning?
in Matthew's room.
Okay.
Then that's when I saw her take the blankets from his room to the washing machine.
Okay.
Because the washing machines are in the kitchen.
So where did they cut her up at?
The bathtub.
In the bathtub? So where did they cut her arms off at?
In the bedroom.
In the bedroom. Okay. Did you, when they were cutting her up, Victoria, did you ever touch Victoria or hold on to her, hold her arm? Did you ever hold her
No,
steady?
because they finally said if I go near them, that they're gonna kill me too.
Okay. So you go and make dinner. Okay, and they are cleaning. And then what happens after that?
Once dinner's done, I go in my room and I eat.
Okay.
And I
so-
only ate one taco.
Well, because you were probably sick to your stomach.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can.
So then I put the other one in the fridge.
Okay.
And then that's when I got back in the room. And I went to try and lay down.
Okay.
how do you make dinner and go try to lay down when this is all going on? How? How do you do that? You should have let them kill you because you would have been better off. Oops, I said the K word. I should have let them murked. Y'all get it.
And how did this all happen? How did the fight happen?
And this,
Okay. Okay.
No, it's not.
Did they think you were gonna try to get away?
yes, because when I got up out of bed because I couldn't sleep. But when I got up, that's when Jessica explained if I believed in God. And that was my hint right there that she was trying to kill me. So I was going to get up because I saw the iron in her hand. But when I got up, that's when she hit me. And I was holding like this. And I went outside into the living room. And then that's where everything else took place.
Okay.
She just started beating me and beating me.
Now you and Fabian both left out of the front door. And I know that you left together because the neighbors you guys woke the neighbors up and they all watched you. Right? So you and Fabian left together out the front. What did you guys decide you were gonna tell police? Because you now have to call police, you're very hurt. What did you guys decide to tell the police?
And Jessica did.
That Jessica did it. Okay. I'd like to do something with you really quick, okay? Can you draw me kind of your apartment? Like where your daughter's room is, where your bedroom is, where the kitchen is, where the bathroom, you know what I mean? Can you draw that for me? And if you can, kind of put walls so that way I can see where. Meth and an arrow, just so that way I know that that's what that's at. And if that's over. So where did she go from here in her room? Where did she go? Or where was she taken?
Into the bathroom.
Into the bathroom? Okay. So when she's in her bedroom here, how can I ask it? What was the first thing that was cut off of her?
Or the first thing that happened to her body after she was dead? Was she stabbed? Was she cut? What was the first thing?
She was stabbed.
And who did that?
Jessica
Did she just stab her or did she slice her?
did that.
Okay.
So straight up and down into her body?
And this was in
And
her,
then she went up.
this was in her bedroom?
Yeah.
Okay.
First of all, I watched one of the trials of this girl Jessica when she was on the witness stand or whatever, and they were doing their trial, and she said the boyfriend Fabian they cut her down here, and the boyfriend took her heart out, took the baby's heart out. They're not gonna tell you this on here, but I watched it this morning, and that's what he did. Took the baby's heart. Now that she's going to explain how they essayed her, and it's the most, when I was listening to that, when I hear about children being violated, I always, the devil comes right to my head and tells me what I would do to them. And I'm telling you, it wouldn't be good. And I always have the same vision. So I already know if anybody ever do something like this to my grandkids, y'all won't see me anymore. I'm gonna be in jail. Facts.
So I'm gonna take your pen. The only reason why I'm saying this is because I'm gonna draw something on here. So we're gonna say that this is Jessica, the center, okay? Can you show me Victoria, can you show me where Jessica stabbed her? And we'll say that's like her torso. Where did she stab her?
In the stomach.
Okay.
And she went up.
Okay. So she went up, so can you put an arrow up? And then did she stop there?
And then she went down.
And then she went down. Okay. And then what happened to Victoria after that? So she still had her arms when she went into the bathtub?
I know they cut one off.
They cut one of her arms off on the bed? Okay.
One or both?
One.
Okay. And then they put her in the bath? When did they cut off her second arm?
Yeah, they put her in the bathtub.
When did they cut her leg?
Talk, bro. Sorry.
And she was in the bath.
When she was in the bath?
What were they saying when they were cutting her? What were they talking about?
And they said, if you say anything to anybody, you're gonna be the next one.
Was there anything else? Anything you can remember?
Oh,
Did they talk about where they were going to put her body? What they were going to do with it?
I don't remember.
Anything else you remember that they said? I know it's hard. I know it's very traumatic.
Girl,
Did they talk to each other?
start talking.
Go ahead, Corey, sorry.
What did they do with Victoria's arms? Where did they put those? Okay, I know it's really difficult. Do you remember? I know. Are they in the house?
I didn't sleep in the house.
Okay. Maybe, let me ask you this, maybe it'll refresh your memory a little bit, okay? Do you remember them wrapping Victoria in a trash bag? Do you remember that? When did they do that? Or a bag, I don't know if it was a trash bag. Did they wrap her in plastic?
No, but I had the trash bags under the sink.
In the kitchen?
They used those?
How you let somebody put your baby in trash bags? How? How do you do that? I'm just so disgusted. Like, totally disgusted, y'all. Let's see if we get to the part where this baby was tortured. Because they didn't get to that yet. Because she's in there trying to hold back. They're going to pull it out of her. She's going to tell it all.
In the house at that time.
Michelle, did they talk about putting Victoria in a car and taking her somewhere? Or what they were gonna do with her?
They didn't mention it to me.
So they didn't have.
Because it would have been my car.
Okay.
But Michelle, there was a conversation that you guys had.
Okay.
So did she kill her or did she take meth and die? And you need to be completely honest because we've heard two stories. Did she take meth and she died? Or did Jessica kill her? Remember, be honest. Okay.
Talk, trash.
Michelle, you don't have to worry about them hurting you, okay? Well, we need the truth because we want to do what's right for Victoria. And we need to bring her
I do my
justice,
neck
okay?
horrible.
And so that's why we're asking.
When we go to autopsy tomorrow, is Victoria going to have meth in her system?
Don't lie. Don't even lie.
She will not.
So then how did she die, Michelle?
What happened?
Tell them. Tell them what you did. You sick individual.
Do what's right by Victoria and tell the truth. Okay? The truth is the hardest thing in the world, but it'll be a weight off your shoulders. And you know what? It's what Victoria needs so that she can rest in peace. We need to know the truth. We can't leave here having ever thought that we don't know the truth because she deserves that. Okay? How did Victoria die?
And you know what, guys? The interview of the guy, Fabian or whatever, his interrogation, that's on here too. I'll probably load that one up too later on today or something. All right, but let's get back in.
tried.
She what?
She tried it.
She tried what? So Victoria did take the meth on the table. So will there be meth in her system?
Come on, y'all. Let's see.
Okay.
Did anybody force Victoria to eat the meth?
No.
And nobody had to try it?
Do you wish now that you had called police when she took it?
Yes.
Okay.
Why is she lying, Joe?
You and Fabian went to Fabian's brother's house and bought some marijuana, right? Okay. Then when you guys came back, you guys were in the car listening to music, and that's when Jessica brought Victoria onto the porch, was holding.
Yeah, she goes round and round.
Is there anything that I can get you right now? And we'll come back in and just.
Yeah, when they come back in, they're gonna go hard on her. They're gonna come back with the mean cop.
Is his DNA going to be on Victoria?
Here we go.
Is there anything that I can get you right now? And we'll come back in and just. Is his DNA going to be on Victoria?
I hope not.
No,
So, like-
from holding.
Like if I grab Corey, my
Oh,
DNA
no,
is going to.
no.
But you said they were holding her to cut her,
But Jessica was holding her arm.
so he never touched her. He just only held a knife, or what?
What about when they put her in the trash bag? You said they both lifted her up and put her in the trash bag.
Sick.
The pieces.
Well, that's still Victoria. Whether it's an arm or it's a leg, it's still your daughter. It's still Victoria. So is his DNA going to be on her arm or on her leg if he picked up the pieces and put them in this bag?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Michelle,
I'm sorry, I misconstrued.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
I'm not in the
I'm
right
gonna,
state right
I'm
now.
gonna ask you something, and I don't want you to take offense to it, but I have a job to do, okay? And I'm not accusing you of anything, but I feel like you're being honest with us, and I just have to ask you, because I don't think I've asked you flat out, okay? You're in a horrible situation, and there's people doing horrible things to the body of your daughter, okay? And you've also told me that they're threatening you. So I understand, I'm not gonna judge you. I'm gonna tell you you're a monster, you messed up, you did the wrong thing, okay? I need to know right now. Because, so here's what you need to understand. We're getting your statement, right? We're talking to you and we're getting your side of the story. We've also been talking to Fabian for a long time, okay? And we're gonna talk to Jessica for a long time. So we're gonna get all the pieces, and we're gonna go what everybody says, and we're gonna compare it with the evidence, okay? But because I don't like to be surprised after this, I like to walk out of these, especially in a situation like this, where I hope you can understand this, where I can go home and go to bed at night and know that I did the best job that I could for Victoria's sake, okay? And that I know that I'm not gonna lay there wondering, I should have asked one more question, or did she lie to me about something, okay? I need to know that I know the truth, okay? At any point, and it's okay if you did, I just need to know that I know the situation is horrible, okay? And it's scary and they're threatening you. I just need to know, because at some point when all the physical evidence comes back,
That's your ass.
I don't want it to come back and it tell me something that you lied to me about,
Right.
or that I forgot to ask you.
Pull it out.
So at any point, did you hold Victoria's limbs while they cut her?
Absolutely.
She's a liar. Y'all like my fan? Do, 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 do. No, but it's getting hot. I don't have my. It's getting, because I drank coffee. Now I'm drinking some ginger lemon mint water that I made yesterday. I'm gonna do a little video on that, but that's something different. I did a video on it yesterday and lost the whole thing. I put it in a secure file. I don't know where it is. That's another story. Anyway, I'm gonna show y'all how I made my ginger water. Okay, anyway, so we'll go back to this crap of a lady. I'm just a little hot. And you know I got to press pause and all that and say what I got to say because of YouTube standards. Alrighty, here you go.
Absolutely not.
Okay. Did you at any time use a knife or any other object to help dismember Victoria?
Absolutely not.
Did you touch her or move her or anything while she was in the bathtub?
No.
She lied.
Did you assist with putting her in the trash bag?
No.
She lied.
So at no point after she died, when Fabian came out and said she wasn't breathing, did you go touch her?
I touched her stomach to see if her stomach was going up and down. And I was checking her pulse. And that was the last time I touched her.
Okay. So after that, did you ever have any physical contact with the body of your daughter? I just need to know for certain, that's why I gotta ask, and I know that's hard.
I didn't even get to tell her I love her.
Yeah. All the stuff you
We're
did.
gonna take a break.
Yep.
Is there anything else I can get?
Okay, now, when they come back, they're going to get in our ass. She's a damn liar. We're not going to sit here and
Do you
watch
need a bathroom break, man?
this trash woman to watch her cry and all that stuff. So let's get up there. Yeah. I'm sorry. This is the part where they're going to drill her better. And all of it's about to come out.
All right. Michelle, I'm gonna ask you one question, and it's a very serious question, okay? Who was raping your daughter? Who was sexually assaulting your daughter?
Don't know.
Who was sexually assaulting your daughter, Michelle? Because you knew about it.
That was my ex-boyfriend.
That was your ex-boyfriend?
Yes. And that's why I got rid of him.
What's his name?
David Hernandez.
Is he assaulting your son as well?
Not that I know of.
Michelle.
Because my son is barely with me. He's mostly with his father.
Michelle. Was he assaulting your son as well?
Not really, no.
When did
Time out.
Yeah.
No.
To be frank, what the fuck does not really know mean when it comes to raping a child? Was he assaulting your son or not?
No.
Okay, that was the most, out of all the answers you've given me, that was the most deceptive answer you've given me all day. You need to, this isn't the time, you're not in trouble for it, we gotta know what's going on.
Mhm.
Was he assaulting your son as well?
No.
When did you find out
Liar.
that Fabian and Jessica were sexually active with your daughter? When did you find out? And be honest.
Yeah, so I'm the best.
Not too long ago.
Not too long ago. Okay.
Because if I would have known that, I would have told him to get out.
So how much meth were they giving her so that way they could sexually assault her?
Probably quite a few.
They gave it to her quite a few times. Okay.
How would they give it to her?
They just put it in her mouth. Think that.
How did she die last night? While she was being assaulted, how did she die?
You were there.
No,
Nope.
no.
Meth is not what killed her.
The meth probably contributed to it. We know for a fact the meth is not what killed her. How did she die, Michelle?
Come on, liar.
Okay, let's go back. When did you find out that Fabian was having sex with your daughter, with Victoria? How long ago?
Just recently.
Just recently?
What is recently?
Like
How many days?
days, weeks,
Days.
days?
A couple days.
Like a couple of days, like 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days?
2.
2 days, okay? And when did you find out that Jessica was also sexually assaulting your daughter? Were they doing this together?
Yes.
Okay.
So were you.
How did you find out about it? Did you walk in on it? It's okay, but I need to know. Did you walk in on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
They were both minors.
They were both on your daughter? Okay. So 2 days ago, you find out that they're raping your daughter. Am I right? Okay. So how would they do it?
While at work.
But how? How would they, I asked you about them giving her meth.
Mhm.
Was last night the first time that she had had meth?
As far as I know, that I've seen.
So you watched them give her meth last night? You described how they did it, so when did they give her the meth?
When she was sitting on the couch watching TV.
And does it make it easier for her, or does it make it easier for them so she doesn't fight?
10 years old, y'all. Don't forget, this baby's 10. 10 years old. And y'all putting meth in her body.
What does the meth do?
It comes with money.
It calms her down so they can have sex with her.
Mhm.
Okay. And while they were having sex with her, how did they kill her? And I don't want to hear because of the meth again. How did they kill her, Michelle? How did they kill Victoria?
Obviously, I can't sit still. Oh. You were there. Talk.
Stabbing.
Are you guessing? Or are you telling me that? Because you were in the room while she was being sexually assaulted.
Hmm?
You were there. Did you participate?
No.
Did you watch?
No.
You just watched? You were there. When your daughter was being sexually assaulted, you were there. Where were you?
Mhm.
You were in the bedroom. In your bedroom or your daughter's bedroom? Okay, and where were Fabian and Jessica?
So I thought they were having a cigarette, but they weren't.
What were they doing?
No. You watched them give them her meth, and you knew what they were gonna do. Don't play. Let's not start playing games now, girl. They weren't having a cigarette. You knew they were raping your daughter. Where were they raping your daughter? What room?
In her room.
Okay.
How did you participate? I don't think that you assaulted your daughter. Did you help hold her down? And I appreciate you being honest about what Jessica and Fabian had done. Okay. But the only thing that you're not being honest about is your involvement. Okay. So, when Jessica and Fabian were in the room sexually assaulting your daughter, what part did you take in that act? You let them do it?
Which I should have done.
Were you having sexual intercourse with Fabian or Jessica while they had sex with your daughter?
No.
Did you have sex with Fabian right after he had sex with your daughter?
Yes.
Did Fabian put his penis in your daughter's vagina or any other part of her body? Her mouth or her butt?
Not that I could see.
What was he doing to her? I need to know.
He was going on top of her
With what?
with his penis on top.
Did he put his penis in your daughter?
Not inside, no.
Was he rubbing it in the lips of her vagina?
Yeah.
So it
It's
penetrated
possible.
the lips of her vagina. Was he completely naked or was he clothed?
He had his shorts down with his shirt off.
And what was Jessica doing to your daughter?
She was holding her.
How?
Her arms and her shoulders. So, and her feet. Baby was holding her feet.
What were you holding? What were you holding? Be honest.
I'll be honest.
So you just watched. Yeah, you just watched, but you didn't help hold her down.
No.
Did you, while they were doing this, did you have any physical contact with Jessica or Fabian or your daughter of any sort?
No.
How soon did Fabian ejaculate on or inside your daughter?
On
On?
top of her stomach.
Was your daughter saying anything?
Stop.
What was
I told y'all this gets sick and sad and horrific. How would you sit?
Jessica saying?
Just shut up.
What was Fabian saying?
He wasn't really saying much. He was just.
And you just stood there and watched? You just let them do this to your daughter? Yes?
But I should have stopped it.
And then how long after he ejaculated on your daughter did he have sex with you?
Like 15, 20 minutes.
How long was Victoria alive after she was raped? Or was she dead after she was raped? Did they kill her then? I need to know.
Yes.
Yes to what?
They killed me.
When?
They raped him.
When they raped her?
Mhm.
And how did they kill her? How? Michelle, how did they kill your daughter?
You were there, you watched it. You saw.
You're the only person who can bring any sort of justice to this awful, horrible crime.
Disgusting.
You're the only person who can help us. So help us. How did they kill your daughter?
By raping her.
Explain that to me, I don't understand. He raped her so hard she died?
He covered her mouth.
With what?
Tape.
Okay. I thought you said she was screaming.
She finally got it because it's the melting. If it gets wet.
Michelle,
She,
stop. Let's go back to when we were being honest. This is your just turned 10-year-old baby girl, Victoria, who is being held down on a bed so an adult man can rape her.
Sick.
You are the only one that is going to be able to tell us how she died because you were there. You were watching it. How did she die? And don't maybe this or I think that. How did she die? How did you see her die? How?
Oh, the silence gets on my nerves. It's almost over though, y'all. But you see how sick this woman is? You see this? How you gonna watch your boyfriend, do that to your daughter? Did they get to the blood part? I don't know. I don't think so. Sorry, I got some messages and yeah. Yeah. Junk man coming to get the junk out of my backyard. Thank God.
Did you kill her, Michelle?
No, I didn't.
Okay. Who killed her?
Fabian and Jessica.
How did Fabian and Jessica kill Victoria?
You was there. Tell him. Dog looking at me like, what? Sorry, I woke you up.
Michelle, how did they kill your daughter?
Raping her and holding her down.
How are they holding her down? Because if I hold on to Corey's arms, it's not going to kill him. Where were they holding her?
I don't know.
Whose hands were on her neck?
Fabian's hands because he was on top of her.
And whose hand was on her mouth?
Jessica.
When he was done, when he ejaculated on your daughter, was she dead already? Or was she still alive?
She wasn't moving.
After he was done, did they do anything to ensure that she was dead? What did they do? What did they do to make sure that she was dead, Michelle? No, that's not good enough. What did they do when they were done raping your daughter and holding her by her neck? What did they do? We have to know. We're way past playing any games here, girl. Did they do anything? Okay.
Oh, Lord.
Where did you get that?
I know.
Where, when you guys started having sex with Victoria, where did it start? In the living room or in the bedroom? In the bedroom? Whose bedroom?
In hers.
In hers.
Michelle, were you clothed or were you naked?
I was clothed.
Was Jessica clothed or was she naked?
She had her top off.
And Fabian, you said he had his shorts on with his penis exposed?
He had them pulled down, but he had no shirt on.
And was Victoria naked?
She had her pants on.
Who took Victoria's clothes off?
Fabian took the pants off. Jessica took her shirt off.
What did you do with her underwear? What did you do with Victoria's underwear?
Took them, put them in the laundry basket.
You took them and you put them in the laundry basket. Why? What was on them?
Ejaculation from Fabian.
What else?
Blood.
And why was there blood on them?
Because he penetrated.
Because he penetrated her.
And then 20 minutes later, you had sex with Fabian?
I'm gonna take a break for a minute.
Let's take a break.
I need a break for a minute. All right. We'll be back in just a minute.
Let me get you some more water, girl. Oh, you got some?
As you see, it's almost over. I'll get better with editing and things like that, but right now I'm just trying to get these videos out here and I've been practicing and learning some new stuff this week, or last week.
All right. Michelle, Corey actually has a couple of questions to ask you, and there was a couple of things that I just wanted to follow up on before we, kind of got everybody out of here. I know that you said that 2 days ago you learned that Jessica and Fabian were having sex with your daughter, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. How, and I know that this is going to be hard to answer, okay, but I want to get you the best help I can, okay? How long have you been sexually assaulting your daughter?
I've never sexually assaulted my daughter.
How long have you been inviting men into your house to sexually assault your daughter?
The only two that I know of is David and them.
Okay, but you've allowed it.
No, I kicked him out, but then I found out about them too, and then
What did David do to your daughter?
he was like trying to kiss her on the lips and stuff
Did
like
he-
that. And
did he rape
he was
your
trying
daughter?
to put his fingers down there, and
Did he rape your daughter?
no, I took her and got tested, and it came out negative.
Did you report it to the police?
Yes, I did.
Okay. So, when did you find out that Fabian and Jessica were assaulting your son?
I didn't know they were assaulting my son.
We are not going, okay. We know that there's been sexual contact on your son. We've been doing a lot of stuff since you guys called 911 last night, okay? One of those things is interviewing your son and making sure that he's okay.
Mhm.
Then what I need to know is who is sexually assaulting your son. Be honest.
I always thought it was his father because he'd always watch porn in front of him and everything. And every time he would come home from his house, he would touch Victoria inappropriately. And I'd ask him where he get that from.
All of y'all are sick as fuck.
And he would tell me, well, Daddy watches naked girls.
Michelle, you have been bringing men to your apartment to use your daughter and sexually assault your daughter. This is not the first time that this has happened. This is not the first time that your daughter has been raped. I'm just going to use the word because that's what it is.
I'm sorry, I'll be right back.
You were allowing men to come over and have sex with your daughter, and in turn also having sex with you. Help me understand that.
What do you get out of it? Is it a turn on for you?
No,
Then help.
because I would never do that to my daughter.
But you did last night. And the only reason that we're sitting here today, Michelle, is that it went a little further than it ever has before.
Mhm.
This time she died. You weren't ready for the type of animals that these people were,
Mhm.
and it went further than you anticipated. But let's start with this. How many times what happened last night, minus her dying, how many times have you watched or did you know that Fabian and Jessica have had sex with your daughter since they've been in your house? How many times?
3 times
I think it's probably more than that.
That you watched?
that I know about.
How many times did you watch?
There was only that one.
How many times did you watch? Be honest.
Michelle, we know you watched. How many times did you watch? Every time?
Mostly.
So does it turn you on when Fabian has sex with you after? Is that what it is? That I'm just trying to understand.
No, it doesn't.
But you have sex with him immediately after, right?
I don't know why.
Okay.
Did David come into your house and have sex with your daughter while you watched?
No.
That wasn't a very honest answer. I'm gonna ask you again. Did David come into your house and have sex with your daughter while you watched?
Yeah.
Okay.
How many times?
Twice.
How many other men have come into your house and had sex with your daughter?
Can y'all believe this? This is why I say this is probably the worst mother, one of the worst mothers you'll ever see. Can you believe this? I mean, I know it happens, but oh, it's so disgusting. These people need to be locked away forever. And it's unfortunate that things like this happen to children or anybody. Anybody, but this this story is heartbreaking. Let me tell y'all, I'm gonna let it go, but let me give a shout out to, let's see, what's this? It's called Allegedly Speculating. Allegedly Speculating. Shout out to them. This is where I got the video from. So you can check out the full interview if you want to without me skipping all through it or whatever. And plus he has a lot of other content on there. So yeah. And a lot of other things on here about this whole story. So y'all go over there and check them out. It's called Allegedly Speculating. Okay. And let's finish this off.
Why do you watch? I need to know. Like I said, Victoria is dead. Whatever somebody believes about the afterlife or doesn't believe about the afterlife, the only thing we have anymore is to bring her justice.
That's off the whole time.
And to be frank with you, by the sound of the things that she was experiencing, it sounds like death was the easy way out for her. Because it sounds like some pretty horrible things have happened to her in her life.
Tell me about it.
So do me this one favor as a human being. Human being to human being. How many other men are out there that have come into your house and have had sex with your daughter or your son? And I need to know, and I need to know their names, and I need to know their information, because I guarantee you they're out there doing this to another child right now. So if there's any saving grace in this for you, you could potentially help another child from being victimized and being in the same exact situation that Victoria was 10 hours ago. If there's any way that you can do right by her, it would be that. How many men have come into your house and had sex with your daughter while you watched?
We have David and we have Fabian. Who else?
And men or women, let's put it that way.
I'm not friends with much women.
Okay, so men. We have David and we know Fabian. Who else?
There's one other guy, Joshua.
Joshua what?
What's his last name? Gray.
Where does he live?
That I don't know where he lives.
Do you have a phone number for him?
In my phone, but I don't have my phone.
Okay. And how many times did he come over and have sex with your daughter?
Let me see.
How many times did he come over and have sex with your daughter?
Once.
One time.
How many men have had sex with your son? Or women have had sex with your son, either or. I need to know. So he's not a victim anymore. How many men?
Two.
Two?
Who are they? What are their names?
What is his date?
One was David. Hernandez?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Who was the other one?
And I believe the other one is his father.
David's father?
No, Matthew's father.
You believe or you know, this is very important. Have you ever watched Matthew's father have sex with Matthew?
Watched.
How do you know that he has done it then?
I don't know for a fact.
Have you ever watched Matthew's dad have sex with Matthew?
Or Victoria?
No? Okay. Then, but you said you know he does. How?
Because every time he comes home from him, he's always doing inappropriate things.
Okay.
Like he would always try and look at like girls' tops.
And you don't think that that's because, so you allowed David Hernandez to have sex with Matthew?
Yes. Yes?
Okay. And that was how many times? Twice?
So basically, she was pimping out her children. Money, I guess, for that meth or whatever. Pimping out your children. Letting grown people SA them. That is freaking disgusting. Disgusting. I hope they're beating your ass in jail.
How many times did you have sex with Victoria?
3 times.
Was this at the same time or separate incidents?
It's separate.
Did he have sex with you every time?
No, not every time.
Did the way that you relax Victoria is to give her meth? Did you give Matthew the same thing so that way he would relax?
Mm-hmm.
What would you give Matthew to relax?
I can give him ZQL.
ZQL? Is that like a nighttime make him drowsy kind of thing? Okay.
Michelle?
Were you receiving any money from these people to have sex with your children?
No.
You did it because you enjoyed watching?
No.
Okay. Michelle,
Mm.
we're right there.
Mm-hmm.
Did you allow these people to have sex with your children because you like to watch? Be honest.
Disgusting.
Yeah. You liked watching? Okay.
Michelle, are there any pornographic images or videos of any of these sexual acts being done to your children?
Freaking disgusting, I must say.
Mm-hmm.
Are you positive?
Yes.
Is there a video of Victoria being raped and murdered last night?
No.
Are there any videos of Matthew or Victoria being raped by any of these men?
No.
Where are you meeting these people?
And David, I met when I used to work with him. And then Josh and these two I met off of POF.
And are they coming over for the sole purpose of having sex with your children? Is that the understanding you guys have when you talk?
That's what I thought to them.
So your understanding is that they will come over, have sex with your kids, and then have sex with you. That's kind of how it works? Do they know this when you're on the website? No? It's something that you talk about after you meet them?
No.
How do you find people that want to do this?
I don't tell them.
You don't tell who?
The people in here.
So how did you know that David would want to have sex with your child?
Because I saw the signs that he would give to
Okay, so you watched
the
them.
signs that he would do and the things that he would do.
And then do you tell them it's okay to have sex with your children? That you like that?
No.
Okay, so
Be honest, Michelle.
Michelle, listen. It's a very small population of the world who's willing to have sex with a child. That's just being frank, okay? The fact that you have 3 men who in the last, I'm guessing, about a year, have come over and had sex with your children as well as you, means that you were intentionally seeking these people out and you know how to find them. So how are you doing that? How does the conversation start and end up with somebody having sex with your child in your apartment?
$6.
They asked me if I have any kids. I said I have 2.
Okay,
And then when they meet me, they want to meet them too.
okay. So are there just kind of cues when you have conversations and you kind of know?
Mm-hmm.
And then before they come over, do they know they're gonna have sex with your children?
No.
Michelle, they know before they come to your house that they're gonna have sex with their children, don't they? The only way that it wouldn't, Jill, again, there's such a small population of people that are willing to do that. It's okay. After everything that's happened, I don't know why you're afraid to tell us this. This is like the least of everything.
Mhm.
I'm just trying to understand your mindset and how this works, honestly, so that I can make sure other kids aren't victimized.
Yeah.
And that they don't die.
Mm-hmm.
So do you agree with these people over the internet or over the phone that they're gonna come have sex with your children before they come over?
And where is that done?
At my house.
No, and I'm sorry, but that was probably a little bit too vague. Are you on a chat line or on a website and you're telling them you can come have sex with my children? Or are you on the phone, or was it over text message? How did you communicate?
I just told them to come over and then
Listen, y'all. She already said it, and she's gonna say it again. She's on POF, plenty of fish. So let that set in.
it was talked about.
So you would tell them, come over. See, here's what I don't understand. I can't go and talk to somebody who doesn't want to have sex with kids and them not report me.
So are you in a special chat room or a special, like if you go to Craigslist, are you, like it says men seeking men? Are you in a specific portion of the internet where people are looking to do this type of thing?
No.
Okay. Are you doing it over the phone or over the internet?
It was over the POF.
What is POF?
Plenty of fish.
Plenty of fish?
Okay, so can you IM somebody, instant message them?
Yeah, well, you can message them, but you can't, like, you can message them, but you have to wait till they reply. You can't instant message them unless you're a member
Okay,
and you pay for the plan.
so you guys kind of email back and forth then? Okay, and they ask you if you have kids, you tell them yes. Is some of the stuff they tell you cues that they may want to have sex with your children? And you kind of know the type of person you're looking for?
Sometimes.
Did you know that Fabian and Jessica both wanted to have sex with your child?
I did not know they did know. Then I just
No,
met
let's-
Vivian
let's-
just to like.
You knew Fabian did, because that was talked about. Am I right? You knew Fabian wanted to have sex with your daughter because you guys discussed it. Am I right or am I wrong?
I didn't discuss that with him.
Yes, you did. You just told us you did. 5 minutes ago, you said that you talked to Fabian about having sex with your daughter and that you allowed it and that you watched. Is that true? Okay. I guess sometimes I don't understand why you'll tell the truth on these big, huge things, but on little things you try to lie. And it makes no sense to me.
None.
Do you know what I mean? Okay. A couple questions with Matthew. Did David penetrate Matthew?
No, he had a well checkup and I had him checked and he did not.
Well, you watched. So did David have sexually penetrate your son, whether his fingers or his penis?
His finger, but not his penis.
So he did penetrate him.
Not his finger.
Would it be any different if it was with his penis? He's still penetrating him. Did he penetrate him with his penis? That you do this thing when you're not telling the truth.
You're not a good liar,
Yeah,
so you might as well just keep being honest with us.
Did David penetrate Matthew with his penis?
Yes.
How many times? Both times?
Yes.
Did he penetrate Victoria with his penis?
No.
Why are you lying? You just tell us he penetrated Matthew. Why does it make it any worse that he penetrated Victoria?
We know that he did.
Did he penetrate Victoria with his penis? David.
Yes.
Okay. Can we just stop with
Yeah.
the lie? Okay.
Yeah.
We're way down the road, girl.
Yeah.
And I know that you probably think we think you're awful or whatever it is that you're trying to save face. But girl, we're way down the road, so let's just be honest so we can figure this out, okay? I have a question. Before Jessica showed up at your house, she's only been there for about 5 days, right? How long have you been with Fabian? How long has he been in your house?
He's been in my house for about a month.
How many times has Fabian by himself had sex with your daughter?
Maybe about 3.
No, because you said, how many times did you say him and Jessica had?
Wait till you hear the real answer, y'all. The real answer. Poor little baby. We only got 3 minutes to go.
Last month, how many times did Fabian have sex with your daughter? Was it every day?
Most likely.
Was it every day?
Yes.
Not most likely,
Yes.
not, I don't know. Did you know that he was having sex with your daughter every day?
Yes.
Okay.
Did you watch every time?
No, because I worked.
How many times did Fabian have sex with your son Matthew during the last month?
Probably about the same time.
Every day?
Mm-hmm.
Was the only reason he didn't last night because he wasn't there?
Mm-hmm.
And does Fabian penetrate Matthew with his penis?
Yes.
We're out of time.
How many other children have you brought into your home that are not yours, that have had similar experience, have been raped?
None that I know. I
No,
only have the 2.
That's not, no. Have you ever brought children into your home that are not yours? Has anybody else brought children to your home? Like another man brought his kids or a friend's kids or another woman brought her kids? Have any other children other than your own been sexually assaulted or raped inside your home?
No.
Have you gone to anybody else's house and taken part of a sexual act, including another child other than your own?
No.
So this has only happened with your children and other men that you've been involved with.
If I have more questions, I'm gonna come back and ask them, but.
Yeah.
Is there any child pornography or videos in that house?
No.
On
No.
computers?
No.
Cell phones?
Nope. I don't have my computer.
You're very sure of that? Is that because you don't allow it? Or is it because if somebody records it, you make them delete it?
No. I don't allow it.
Has anybody ever filmed either your son or your daughter being raped?
No.
All right, we'll be back in if we have any more questions, but I think for the time being, are you okay? You want some more water?
Yeah.
Some more? Okay, let me get you some real quick. And are you good with that, or would you like something else to eat?
Do you have anything?
I can get you something else. I'll be right back.
Okay, y'all. So that was that video. It's pretty horrific. I just can't sit still, y'all, for real. I don't know what's going on. I just can't sit still, especially in a chair. But anyway. So anyway, you guys, I hope you were informed on this video. I'm not going to say enjoy because there's nothing to enjoy, but I just wanted to inform you guys of the things that you can find on YouTube. Crazy, disgusting. It's like, it doesn't even feel real, but it's real. But that's how horrifying it is to me. Like, it just doesn't seem real, but it is. So anyway, you guys, I'm also going to do some videos on women's correction facility that I found that's pretty bad on how they treat these women. So anyway, I really appreciate you guys for coming to watch. Replay gang, love y'all too. Please replay it, fast forward it, whatever. Just don't forget to hit that like button, you guys. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. And you can share the video too if you want. Okay, we went over an hour and 30 minutes. I was trying to cut it to an hour, but it didn't work. So anyway, thanks again for watching, guys.